Hey everybody, it's Thomas here with Throne Builders, and today I'm going to be finishing up, at least for a little while, our Revolution series that we've been working through for the last several months, and I've been enjoying so much. Just releasing these revelations that God has been giving to me and encouraging the people of God to stand up against the system. And it's so crucial in the age in which we live that people who think, people who reason from their spirits, people who look and discern from the heart of the Father, begin to really challenge these old mindsets that have been handed down to us. We have been fed, force-fed, these concepts about God and his narcissism and his cruelty, and we've justified this idea that God, it's all about him and he doesn't care about our dreams or what our thoughts are, and we're just here to be his servants and for him to use us at his discretion. This is all nonsense. The whole concept of eternal conscious torment. In fact, I may be teaching on this in the very near future on YouTube. It's something I want to talk about, but I haven't really felt that's time yet. But the whole idea that a loving God prepared an eternal fire and puts people in it so they suffer forever. It really just shows a gross ignorance about what the scriptures actually teach. But more importantly than that, because the scriptures themselves teach nothing, they just reveal things that we're taught. But really, more important than anything that you could find in a book is it's so flagrantly contrary to the heart of the loving Father that Jesus came to show us. Imagine the hypocrisy of a God that burns people in hell forever and then rebukes his disciples that say, hey, that town wouldn't receive the gospel, shall we call down fire? And he rebukes them, hey, you don't know what spirit you're of. What's happened is we've lost touch with the heart of the Father. And that's really the thrust of this Revolution series, if you've been following us at all, is that we need to get back to the heart of the Father, to the living person of Jesus Christ. Before the Bible was ever written, all anybody ever had was a living relationship with God. And there are some people that are so brain dead that they actually think that now they don't need a living, breathing relationship with God, but they need Bible verses, and that's what will teach them. The Bible can't teach you anything. It can reveal things to you, show things that have been taught in the past, but you have all of God inside of you right now. And so why do you need something that you've got to try to figure out when you can hear him today? I'm calling you to see that this is a revolution. You need to get your head out of your ass, okay? Pardon the language, but you need to get your head out of your ass, and you need to stop accepting the way that things have been handed down to you. And not just in church world, in the whole concept about money, the whole concept about government, the whole concept about life in general. It is time for us to stand up and be counted as a generation that finally breaks the shackles of religious, political bondage that has been handed down to us and brings people into the fullness of the love of the Father, the fullness of the kingdom of heaven, the fullness of the inheritance that is available for us right now. It's time to radically deviate from what has been handed to us. I love how Jeremiah said, I will get to the old men that have known God and his former ways. And then he said, but I got there and I found out they didn't know what the heck they were talking about. They'd never even met God. And I'm not saying that the people that have handed things down to us didn't know God, but in their handing down, they really handed us a mixed bag of understanding, because they're trying to tell us about this loving Father, but then they justify so many outrageous concepts about him that are just completely contrary to love on every level. And so really want to encourage you and thank you for watching this series, but really want to encourage you to start a revolution of your own. It's time for many of us to violently oppose the ideologies that have been force-fed upon us by our governments, by our churches, and by our teachers. It's time to embrace a lifestyle where we really enter into a relationship with love and let love become the thing that begins to dictate our lives. So as Throne Throne Builders continues to advance, as we continue to progress in the world and to make a difference, our primary focus is to get people to wake up and walk away from the system. And that's not to say that every church is something to be walked away from, not to say that every government is something to be contended with, but mindsets are crucial. And Jesus came to show us the truth, right? And when he showed us the truth, he said, this truth will make you free. It'll set you free. If the Son sets you free, you'll be free indeed. And so it's time for a whole bunch of us to really let our commander-in-chief, so to speak, lead us into this new revolution, this new battle, where we begin to take back the things that have been withheld from us for far too long. So in this revolution, I am hoping to hear and see a generation stand up with me to just come against everything that has been set in place that is so against the very promises of God, and enter into a new relationship with understanding and wisdom to move forward. So looking forward to your comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe this video. Also, just wanted to remind you, Throne Builders has a partnership program, and we're getting ready to revamp that. And in fact, by the time this video is released, we may be just about in a position for it to be ready to go public. Come partner with us. $10 a month, $20, $30, $50, $100, $150, $200 a month. You can partner with us. You can help us keep putting out this the content that we're putting out, and even now developing much more detailed content for a whole new approach that we'll be taking soon, and ministering to people all over the world as we establish an online training center. We're trying to establish a training center here in our region as well as in Kenya, Africa. We still feel a strong call to establish something there. So come partner with us. Partner your money and your faith with our faith and our anointing, and let's build something together, a revolutionary hub to train people to think and behave and live differently. So don't forget about that. Maybe you'd like to partner with us on Patreon. The link is in the description below. We just ask for $5 a month for our Patreon partners, and we're going to be doing something new to honor them soon, but that'll be an exciting opportunity. So if you'd like to partner with us there, partner with us, and it'll be a blessing to both of us. So God bless. We'll talk to you next time.